Hey, it's the Corpsepaint show. We're going to talk to Dana here in a second. We say, hey, Dana.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome to the Corpsepaint show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You know, I was just.
Are we live right now?
We
I
are.
won't swear.
We are. You can swear. It's okay.
Hey,
oh, how exciting!
You
I know,
you
right?
can, and we hear you swear every Sunday night. We do. So you
Here,
can.
I'll start it off. Fuck.
There's no better day to swear than Sunday. Really.
Hey, in fact, the way I introduce our show a lot of times is just we say "fuck the mainstream." We are an underground show. We're in a little bunker. We got a nice studio, but it's in a little bunker underneath an abandoned building. But we bring the alt guests and the alt fun and the not so mainstream music and movies and people.
Yeah.
I love that, and thank you for doing that because the little guys and underdogs need not that Ash vs. Evil Dead is an underdog, but like just the fact that you're doing that in general for across all genres is awesome. So fist bumps to you.
Well, how is
if you're in a bunker, you should probably just be on our set. You should just do broadcast live from our set. It sounds very much like Ash vs. Evil Dead. And the fact that you're called Corpsepaint, we definitely have that makeup in the makeup room that's called Corpsepaint.
That is
full
awesome.
on.
I'm sure there's a lot of it.
So
There's a lot.
Look, all these evil things you're fighting, it's a physical role, isn't it?
You could say that. I mean, yeah, definitely never thought I'd ever have my head dunked in a bedpan by a demonic puppet. Yeah, man, I got some good battle scars, broken a couple ribs and got some scars on just my back, on my body. Actually, this year, I just remembered, I forgot, this is the first time I've said this. I have this little, like red scar that looks like a heart on the bottom of my left thumb from this season when Bruce Campbell has to like rip a gun out of my hand and the gun like stabbed me. And now I have a little tiny heart from Bruce Campbell. What a good scar to have.
That's adorable.
I was like, I wish it was on the middle finger, but I'll settle for the thumb.
Yeah.
So you've got Jay, and I also go by Satan and Janie Slash here. And yes, we're live every Sunday, but we end our show well before Ash vs. Evil Dead starts on Stars.
So we can get home and watch it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, you're awesome. And especially tonight is an episode you do not want to miss because there are at least two huge shocking moments that I feel like are going to floor people. And there's going to be so many spoilers, I feel like, on social media tomorrow. So you definitely don't want to miss this one. So
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm happy to hear that you guys get done in time. Yes, kudos. You guys are honorary ghost beaters.
Yeah, totally cool. Well, all right. So, I was going to press you a little more for these surprises on tonight's show, but I won't do that. That's not right.
No, don't.
Well,
do
you
that.
don't want to
Don't be
ruin it.
surprised.
I mean,
No,
truly,
no.
I think they're pretty shocking. Like when I remember when we did the table read for this episode, everyone sort of collectively gasped because they're sort of back-to-back moments. That's like 1-2 punch, man. And I don't know. I never saw it coming, and I'm on the show, so I think it'll whether it's good or bad, I can't. That's going to be up for debate. But either way, Jaws will, I feel like, hit the floor a little bit.
Woo! Oh, and you heard it here on the Corpsepaint show.
Last season got a little crazy, though. There were some crazy moments that I was kind of shocked by, like the puppet, and then also Pablo.
Yeah. What else? And what else?
Yeah.
And the what?
Oh, and Pablo. But I was glad he came back.
Right.
I know. Well, and then also, the morgue scene with Ash's head up a cadaver's ass.
Yes!
Oh, my gosh.
Yes, the pooper.
Yes. Now, don't you feel like this most recent episode 2 of season 3, in the sperm bank, don't you feel, I can't unsee that either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
I could never listen to Take On Me ever again without seeing that. Oh, man. Gotta hand it to Bruce.
Gotta hand it to
He only has
Bruce.
one hand.
Bruce puts up with so much stuff.
I'm waiting for him to say my favorite word, and that is sphincter.
Oh, my gosh.
Sphincter.
He said pooper. I like pooper
All
better.
right. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, I think that's what it's funny when Ash just says ridiculous, silly words that are very immature and childish, like pooper.
Pooper.
Is there anything that they've tried to make you do that you've been like, absolutely not, I will not go there? Because you guys have been put in some very interesting, crazy situations.
I'm just happy to be working. It's been a very long, hard struggle for me to just be able to wake up every day and get to entertain and perform. So I don't really take it upon myself to complain about that stuff. I've been pretty game, excuse me, almost to the point of a fault, because then, I'm like, I want to do this stunt. I want to do it. And then I break a rib. But, excuse me. Yeah, I can't really, I think I've been, the one thing that I did think was a little bit, this is just exactly what it's like on the show. So that for example, since we're talking about the puppet scene, I had to learn how to do basic puppeteering in the moment. We moved so quickly. There was no time. We blocked it once, but I didn't have the puppet at the time. So we did have an actual puppeteer. I think it's Jeremy Dillon, who was doing obviously the stuff that's really good, but you could see when it's on my hand and I'm fighting myself, right? So I'm try to do that. And then you have to have the puppet marks on camera. I'm going through all this, getting my ass kicked by my own hand. And then the director's like, well, can we do that again and then make sure the puppet's mouth is open here? We shoot New Zealand. That's what that terrible butcher of an accent was.
Okay.
So it's I'm sorry, does the puppet have a trailer too? It was very, very difficult, interesting, and phenomenal, and the most challenging and the most wonderful day I think I've had. And then, so we get that all done in a day, right? It was a lot to do. Mm-hmm. And then a week or two later, Rob Tapper, the executive producer, one of the OGs, comes up to me and he said, we have to reshoot the puppet. And anytime you hear reshoot, that usually means redo.
Yeah.
And I just I was like, hey, no way I could do that again. That was a special rocket of a day. And he said, and I go, what do we need to reshoot it? And he said, no, we're going to add a moment. And I said, okay. And he's purposely not telling me. And I said, okay, what's the moment? He's like, when you get your head dunked in the bedpan by the puppet, by Ashley, it was yeah. He goes, well, we need you to blow bubbles. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? And that was my day in between a bunch of different scenes of shooting other stuff. Is today Dana's going to blow bubbles in that bedpan.
In other words, when you're underwater, they wanted to see more bubble action.
Yeah. Exactly. They wanted to see that it was really, that this puppet was, that Ashley Slashy was very strong and actually a threat. Yeah. And apparently just getting your head dunked into it was not
Not enough. That was not enough.
No.
Hey, let's talk about the other great movie that you are in right now, and it's on, I think, Amazon Prime, iTunes. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you can.
Yeah, it's on all video on demand. So iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, PlayStation, all that stuff.
Yeah, and so here's how I think of it. Now we're talking about The Mad Ones, and so if you watch Ash vs. Evil Dead, especially tonight, you want to watch this episode that you're talking about. You'll catch your breath, and then you may want something a little bit slower paced, and that's exactly what The Mad Ones is. So there's this word in the movie, and I'm just cracking up watching it. I think if complicit was the word of the year in 2017, in 2018 the word is curate, and and so. I don't want to give away too much, but I'm hoping there's a little spin-off of that one girl who went to law school and they think she's unhappy now. My
God, I know, right? It was the blog. I think you're talking about the blogger scene.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching it, by the way, because unlike Ash vs. Evil Dead, but like Ash vs. Evil Dead, actual blood, sweat, and tears went into making this film. And it was just such a little passion. I mean, not little, but it was such a passion project made on no money and everybody volunteering their time. And in the same way that everyone who makes Ash vs. Evil Dead, from the crew to the behind the scenes to the editing, everyone is so passionate about making a product that fans will enjoy. The same thing with this movie. We just we're very passionate, all involved, and so thank you for watching it.
Yes.
Basically, it is a departure from Evil Dead.
Yeah, it's a
There's no
major
blood. Spoiler alert.
Right.
However, I think I'm so glad that you enjoyed it and that you said it was funny because it was really just a movie that is it's witty, it's cute, it's not cute. I hate that word. Actually, I digress. I hate the word cute unless we're talking about babies or puppies. I'm going to take that back.
Okay.
It's witty and just kind of heartwarming in a way. And I think it's very true to life right now, which is it's about three young professionals who are just searching for meaning in work and in life in a world where everything is virtual.
Yes.
And all they want is to get back to a pure experience and something to be tangible when everything is intangible. And I just really love the concept. And it calls out, the hipster culture, but in like a very honest way. And also, I don't know. I just think I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'll stop talking about it.
No. Totally fine. And one thing that kind of stands out is, so there's this part in the movie where one of the young professionals claims to have made an album cover, but then when pressed, he admits that, well, actually, they haven't taken the photos yet, and they don't have a band yet, and they don't have any music yet. And but in the virtual world, that doesn't matter, And so it really is, I think, a very layered film, and you could watch it a second time and just get so much more. So.
Oh man, thank you so much, and all the credit goes to the writer and fearless director Ani Pandit, who again put the most time and went bankrupt, I think, making this movie. But he used to work. He used to work for Google at the ripe old age of like 22, and was some big executive there. He's pretty stupid, obviously. He's not smart at all. That's sarcasm, guys, in case it doesn't translate with my eye roll that you're used to seeing. He gets all the credit for that because he experienced that culture and what it's like, and how everything is just, like you said, the word is curate or value add. Like, what the fuck do these words even mean? Right. And this is like the culture we live in. And it's not mean-spirited, because it's also saying, okay, we're going to make fun of the hipster butcher shop, but at the same time, they got real good meat. So I think it's a very honest and funny, slightly sarcastic look, but also a look at where we are today. But also, like you said, it's we got some funny moments and stuff, but then also I really enjoy the journey of the three characters, and I really love my character of Claire, who the way that she would be similar, I would say, to Kelly, is that she doesn't have a filter, but not in a potty mouth kind of way. She doesn't have a filter where she'll just kind of like what I'm doing right now, just like stream of consciousness. And she's, but she is very driven and man, just wants to build something, wants to have something real. And I responded a lot to that myself, because I mean, you can only read so many Facebook posts. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
and so, you know, we call our show the Corpsepaint Show, and my stage name is Satan. And then in the movie, and I thought you were talking to me, Dana, you talk about devil advocating yourself. And that was so hilarious, too. So I don't know.
I was talking to you. I was. We shot it 4 years ago, but I knew this moment was going to come.
All right. So just to recap, we want to point people in the direction of finding the Mad Ones, and we're showing the logo on our screen, Dana. Just so you know,
awesome.
We're showing it all, and so find the Mad Ones. It's on all video on demand right now.
We watched it on Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime, yeah. And
yes, and you can rent or buy it, and then you can also go to the Mad Ones. I think it's the Mad Ones movie or the Mad Ones film.com.
Yes.
I should know these things. But yeah, and then it's on social media at the Mad Ones. You could find it there. But thank you so much for watching it. And I think you guys I think the people would enjoy it. If they, like you said, they want to just catch their breath. It's an hour and a half. That is a very slow pace with no, corpse butts.
No poopers.
Unfortunately.
No corpse poopers.
No puppet poopers.
No puppet poopers.
Which is.
Hey, so
and then tonight, yes. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was just going to say
tonight. Yeah, Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Yeah, Ash vs. Evil Dead special episode, according to Dana, tonight. Yes. I heard
because we don't waste any time. It's like it's the third episode of the season. We've been introducing new characters. We've been introducing new storylines and different layers, and yet we don't waste any time just going for the jugular.
Right.
And that's because
what
we
made
only
this show so
when you
great,
think about it, each episode's like 25 minutes, 26 minutes, and this is the third one of the season. We only have 7 left. And there's a lot to do to get to what is about to change things forever in the finale. So yeah, I just couldn't believe this is an episode you would expect maybe in previous seasons at like 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
And I just have to say, like it's kind of snowballs from here. Actually, I'm just having this epiphany right now as I talk to you. That this sort of sets the trajectory. That's a hard word. Trajectory for the rest of the season. And I have said this before that I would say Kelly's biggest episode is right in the middle, around 6, but starting from now all the way through the end, every episode, I feel like there are such big shockers like this one that just when you think that the show isn't going to do it and is not going to go there, like, no, they wouldn't. Wait a minute. And then we do it. And it's truly, Ash vs. Evil Dead is nothing without expecting the unexpected. Yeah. But this season in particular, I don't know if it was because cosmically, like somewhere, some of the writers knew that we'd be at this point where we haven't gotten picked up for season 4. So maybe they're just like, we're going balls to the wall, bigger, faster, stronger than we ever have. But it feels like every episode from this point could be a potential season finale, but then you get to the season finale and you're like, no, that's the season finale. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I just appreciate the fact that you play such a badass character. I love Kelly. She's great. And happy belated Women in Horror Month.
Thank you. I love her. I have so much fun, and I have to give credit to the writers and Sam Raimi and our previous showrunner, Craig DiGregorio, our current showrunner, Mark Verheiden, because really it takes a village to raise a character. Like my awesome outfits that immediately put me into character. Like I got to be, this whole show has been so collaborative. So Barbara Dara, our wardrobe designer, all those things really help make me fill the shoes of Kelly and sort of grow with her. And so thank you. And I've been really enjoying this, playing her. Good. I have to say, I have a great time, especially when I get to, drop some Samuel L. Jackson style F-bomb.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
It is a Sunday.
Fuck the mainstream.
You guys should try it.
All right.
You guys should try a creative way today at some point.
Okay.
Just my favorite kind of, I know we have to go, but my favorite kind of dropping an F-bomb is when it's totally unwarranted. Like you're looking in the junk drawer for the pair of scissors.
Yeah.
And you like knock, the tin of paper clips over. clearly I have done this earlier today. And they're all over the floor. And I'm like, why you got to be like that, motherfucker? Like, you just say it for no reason to the paperclip.
There you go.
So that's my Kelly Maxwell challenge for everyone listening today and everyone on Corpse Paint. Try and find a way to creatively and not aggressively swear about something that does not even matter. It's fun. It's a Sunday. It's a Sunday kind of game after daylight savings. We all lost a friggin' hour of sleep. So my least favorite day of the year.
Yes.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. I'm going to make it happen.
We want to remain your friend. Thank you for talking to us,
Yes,
Dana.
thank you.
Oh, I enjoyed it. And thank you guys for being such strong supporters of the show. And thank you for helping me get the word out about the Mad Ones. You guys are great. And I hope I get to talk to you towards the end of the season to get your feedback.
Yeah.
Especially
definitely.
after what I'm saying tonight. You know I'm not going to lie. So I can't wait to hear your reaction.
Yeah, let's have
absolutely.
you back.
Yeah.
Let's have you back in a few weeks.
We would
That'd be
love
great.
to have you back.
Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan.
Thank you, Dana.
Thank you, Dana.
All right. Thank you guys so much.
Okay.
Stay bloody.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye now. Speaking of bloody. Now,
Bloody.
wasn't that great? I love
That was great.
Isn't she wonderful?
Yeah, she's
Such a
wonderful.
badass.
She's like one of my favorite characters on television ever, or really in anything.
Hey.
I want to be just like her.
We're scheduled to have this band, Bloody Knives, in the
bloody.
studio. So we're going to check to see if they're waiting in the green room or if they're here.
Okay.
So
Do you
while
need
we're
me to go look? Am I going to investigate?
well,
am
I
I going
think
undercover slash?
We actually have the trailer for the Mad Ones that we're gonna play. So
let's do that.
This is what we used to think of as a male 25 to 34, household income 30 to 60K. This is the reality of males 25 to 34, household income 30 to 60K. Do you really expect these guys to surrender to the one kind of soup you're selling, the one car, the one shaving razor? Then why do we let our clients buy their advertising that way? I know, I'm telling you water's wet. You know that Saxby here wants the next iteration of a peer-approved brand, and Macon, he wants a vintage-style single blade. Because Saxby wants to build on tradition, and Macon wants to relive the imagined authenticity of some bygone era. Each razor means something. See, we're no longer defined by demographics. We do the defining outwards through our values and our aesthetic preferences. We don't buy products. We curate our value and aesthetic preference ecosystems, or what we're calling ecosystems. That's what Project Vapor is all about. Now, when your client wants to sell a vintage single blade, we can dynamically insert it into Macon's ecosystem. And we can pair it with other relevant advertising like these aromatic bitters. It's plug and play, end to end, value creating 360 synergistic advertising for our clients. And for Macon, we've removed that untargeted noise from his life. Now he can focus full time on curating his personal ecosystem. Everybody wins.
That movie is The Mad Ones, starring Dana DeLorenzo, and it was such a joy to talk to her today. Of course, what is going on tonight on Stars at 8 o'clock Central is Ash vs. Evil Dead, Season 3, Episode 3. You definitely want to check this out based on what she's telling us. So we have kind of a sneak peek here of the Season 3 for Ash. And if you're ready for that, Ziggy, yeah, we'll roll it. Let's take a look at
For 30 long years, I've used this saw on monsters and demons. But those battles are won. Now I use it to slash prices!
Son of a bitch.
Whoa, lady.
You don't even remember me? One of your monsters just attacked our daughter.
Daughter? Oh. Looks like evil's back. Suck on that, Harpo.
Who's the kid?
That's my daughter, Sandy. Mandy.
Brandy. And fuck you.
We're still getting to know each other.
Supernatural war is brewing.
Your speeders are back!
I'd hate for anything to happen to your precious little girl.
Evil's after my offspring, the born and the unborn.
Can't believe I shared DNA with him.
How was I supposed to know that all that crazy sex could lead to a kid?
You, Pablo, will become el brujo especial.
Let's conquer evil.
Tell Kelly I said thanks for her body.
I've never been so proud.
It all comes down to this moment.
What is that?
It's the final test, your fate.
Come get some.
That was a trailer for season 3, and look at all the action. Unbelievable. I think they put Dana through a lot. Right, Janie Slash? Yeah. A lot of physical everything. All right, so we're going to try and track down our friends of the band, but another movie I was blown away by this week, Janie Slash, is called MFA. Yeah.
Yeah, you watched that.
Yeah, Master of Fucking Around. No, it's Master of Fine Arts. It's yeah, it's a revenge movie.
What are you saying about Master? What are you saying about Fine
No,
Arts?
it's a revenge movie. You got to see this trailer. And who doesn't love a good revenge movie? This is a great revenge movie that really addresses campus rape culture. It does.
And I do love art degrees.
MFA. Let's take a look.
What are you thinking for your thesis exhibition?
I'm hoping that it invites the viewer to look closer at the emotion that's not typical.
Yeah, we're not noticing emotion.
Let's jump in the deep end this year.
Can I see what you're doing? Cool, I like this a lot. So my roommates and I are having a party tonight. You wanna come?
Look at you. Hot stuff. You meeting someone special?
There's this guy that I don't even know if he's into me. Hi.
I actually feel like I might be moving away from painting.
But you're so good.
Are you sure that you said no and that he heard you? You told me you said wait. How much did you have to drink, Noelle?
Something similar happened to her friend. She told the school. They told her she was crazy.
I want you to say you're sorry.
Did you see Luke last night?
Yeah.
How long did you stay?
Don't let it ruin the rest of your life.
I'm sorry to just show up like this. Your story has really inspired me.
Your thesis is about my rapists?
Not just yours. Mine too.
You're all by yourself?
Not anymore.
Take advantage of me?
I know you like it. Meet a boy?
Something like that.
You're one of the football players from every case last spring.
It's not your responsibility.
The cops, they are not protecting us.
For every one of me detected, I'm guessing there are a few who never even tried. Why don't you start there?
You break the law, there's gonna be consequences.
I guess it depends on which law you break.
It does. It depends on what law you break.
Is that directed by a woman?
Yes, it is. This is a revenge
I love
movie,
women.
a female revenge movie directed by a woman. Finally, this is the real deal. I found it powerful, Janie Slash. I don't know if you saw my post, man.
Hey.
I thought this was the most awesome movie I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, MFA.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You can call me just Janie, you know that, right?
Janie Slash.
You can call me just Janie.
Janie. All right, Janie. So, all right. So look, we have the Mad Ones on our backdrop. Earlier, we had a little display that said "A Night of Shoegaze." The band.
They're not here.
We're trying to get them in the studio.
They're getting ready for their evening of shoegaze.
Yeah, they're a little bit late. They're a band. It's fine. So they're called the Bloody Knives.
Mm-hmm.
Bloody Knives.
They're playing at
Three Links tonight in Dallas.
Right?
And it's shoegaze. It's guitar-heavy rock, but they also are interesting because there's a little bit of industrial, a little bit of electronica. It's, I don't know, a lot of bands tonight. Evening of shoegaze at Three Links, Deep Ellum, Dallas, Texas.
You know what's going on in Deep Ellum and Three Links on Friday, right?
Oh, the Dwarves?
The Dwarves.
Cool.
I'm very excited about that. And Suicide Girls Burlesque is Friday at Gas Monkey Live.
Did we tell Ziggy we're going to run all those pictures now for Deep Ellum?
Are we? Because I was going to talk about Deadly Sins being on Saturday. But that's fine.
Oh, yeah, any of that. Yeah, any. We got flyers for everything.
Yep. Deadly Sins Burlesque and Sideshow this Saturday, March 17th at Wits End in Dallas, Texas, Deep Ellum.
And I thought Ziggy was going to kind of jump in now with his Irish accent.
Gonna be amazing.
Today, potatoes and whiskey.
So it's gonna be a wild show. We've got some really exciting, crazy shit.
Freaking St. Patrick's Day.
I heard somebody's gonna cut Lucky Charms out of me. I'm kind of scared.
They took me Lucky Charms.
I'm like, I don't know. I get the weirdest
All right.
messages. Can I cut Lucky Charms out of you? Sure.
Janie Slash.
It's like that scene from Inside, but with a leprechaun.
Oh, brother. Okay, look, guys. There was a
Did
lot.
you see they have the new unicorn Lucky Charms? They're unicorns, marshmallows. Fuck yeah. I'm gonna eat some motherfucking unicorn marshmallows. I got excited about that shit. Sorry.
All right. So Friday night.
I've not had much sleep.
Friday night and Saturday night in Deep Ellum.
Yes.
Last night and the night before was the Deep Ellum Metal Fest. Wits End and
It was.
Reno's and a couple other clubs. And it was fantastic. And of course, our friends, Electric Vengeance.
I finally saw Electric Vengeance and it was amazing.
And I bought their new CD. I bought the new CD, and here it is a picture of these guys on the back drinking Gatorade.
Yes, because they gotta hydrate. Jeez.
Right.
Gotta have my pops.
So, yeah, we love EV. And it was
I
good
did
to see.
try to get Silver Tongue Devil. They're the band that sings our song in our intro.
Mhm.
They have these new
It's called
T-shirts that are
Moonrise.
tie-dyed that say peace, love, and devil music. And I tried to get one, but they didn't have it in my size. I know, it was sad.
So we should take some pictures.
And a big
I mean,
picture of the
take a look
Silver Tongue
at.
Devil on the front.
We should take a look at some of the cool pics from the last two nights. The DE Metal Fest. Oh, this is you chatting with
I feel
our
like
friends.
I didn't know this was taken.
Nah, that was me. I was climbing up on top of the table and trying
And I
to do
didn't
a-
even notice.
Yeah, and trying to do a down shot
How'd that work for you?
in your cleavage, but I couldn't get much. But
Bad angle.
bad.
Yeah, we're like, we don't
Okay,
work that
now,
into it.
now hold still here. This is our friends Crop Dust.
That's
and they-
Meat Grinder.
And they killed it both Friday night and Saturday night on the rooftop stage, Ziggy, on the rooftop of Wits End, and it was wild.
Was the roof on fire?
The roof.
The roof is on fire.
Yes, indeed, it was.
No, you know when it's Metal Fest weekends when you pull up and you hear, "You ready, motherfuckers, for some metal?" And you're like, "Oh yeah, it's Metal Fest weekend."
Okay, but go back,
Not
go back to that one again.
because you can hear it from the roof.
No.
No, you're not ready.
Okay.
No.
So
No. Well, you weren't there, so.
So all right,
Clearly
so
you weren't ready.
So we can tell our friend gets
Yes.
into his role so much because during the musical break in the song, he goes, he squats down. He's like ready to pounce. Yeah.
I
And
don't really think pigs pounce.
then- yeah, they do.
Do pigs pounce?
This is Crop
They
Dust.
prance.
I feel like I could Google this.
All right.
I have a friend who owns a pig. Maybe I'll just ask her, "Hey, does your pig ever pounce?"
The Pig Panther.
Pig.
If you are around Dallas, you need to promise us you will go to Deep Ellum and check out all the great restaurants and graffiti and art and bars and
Oh,
music.
somebody graffitied a head between my legs on my mural.
Your meal.
It's really awkward. It's below my thighs, but still, it's in a very awkward spot.
That's on Crowder Street. If anyone wants to have a look.
It's not really my mural, but it's awkward. This whole conversation just got weird.
All right, so
Let's
we
move
got.
on.
All right,
It's
so
weird. I was like walking by, and
you know
there's
who
this
that is,
head.
Janie Slash.
Yes, that is Electric Vengeance.
Yep. And then the sound girl was up there fixing a microphone. I had to get that picture.
Of course you had
This is
to.
in the middle of their
Of
set.
course, because why would you not?
We are going to bring you blurry photos from Deep Ellum Metal Fest Friday and Saturday night that we have enjoyed. Enjoyed the entire festival.
Silver Tongue Devil was great last night.
That is That is the other band we had on, Hood Rat.
Hood Rat.
Yeah, Hood Rat.
Yeah.
So Hood Rat killed it too. That was a good crowd downstairs at Wits End.
They were good. Mm-hmm. Summertime Devil did really well. They were great last night at Reno's.
Yes.
I really enjoyed their set. They were
they bring it.
fantastic.
They
They always bring it. They're amazing.
And that song at the beginning of our show is Moonrise. Yeah, by STD.
Yeah, they're heading to Austin on Friday. I don't know where they're playing, but they're heading to Austin to do Spillover. I think Spillover, South by Southwest Spillover.
See, this is what I wanted to ask Bloody Knives. They're an Austin band, and I don't know. It just seems to me like the people who live in Austin want to get out of town when it's S by
I don't know.
SW,
I don't know. It's crazy, but I don't know if they necessarily want to leave.
I've heard
Really?
yeah, because there's
I'm not
such an influx. It's like the people that live where Sundance is held. Like outside of the rest of the year, it's just kind of a very quiet community that has people that slowly kind of trickle in. But every year when Sundance comes, if they're not working in the service industry, they leave. So they don't have to deal with all that shit.
Yeah.
I would try to take a vacation if I worked in the service industry. I'd be like, can I quit for like 2 weeks and come back?
There you go. All right. Now, I think this is the band called Metal Ed. They've got a girl bass guitarist right there, and they played all covers called Metal Ed.
Awesome.
Yep. That's at Wits End as well. Deep Ellum, Dallas, Texas. We hope that you guys are having a great week, and we want to absolutely just invite you to stay with us and go to our website as well. The website is corpsepaint.net. So it looks like we have some guests.
We have some guests.
And hopefully this is Bloody Knives. So
if not, it's going to be interesting.
We have one more trailer to play. It is the trailer for Flowers. So we're going to watch that real quick.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, let's do it, and we'll bring in the band. Told you Bloody Knives would be here.
Hey.
So, welcome to the Corpsepaint Show, guys.
Hey.
Yes.
Thanks for having us.
You know, and you're from Austin. You got out of town for South by Southwest.
Yeah, thank God.
Is that an annual thing you do?
Yeah, we try. Yeah, work keeps pulling me in, but the festival, if I could leave, then if we could tour, then a lot of our fans will tour during South by. It gets so crazy there. Even though when you're coming out of town, it's really cool. But yeah, not so much for us.
Can you hear him well, Ziggy?
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, we want to kind of put you a little bit closer. Yeah.
Oh, here. That's probably better, yeah?
All right, so we got Preston, Jack, and Jake. The band is Bloody Knives, and I was talking a little about shoegaze earlier, but how do you guys describe your sound? For someone who's new to Bloody Knives, I mean, how would you put it?
Industrial shoegaze was the term that was coined that I feel like fits the best, but the new album has a lot of drum and bass elements to it as well.
Yeah.
So with that thrown in there, loud, noisy.
Yeah, and also just like there's a lot of like horror movie imagery and stuff like that. The shoegaze doesn't mess with that at all. It's like super like soft, or most of it is. Even though My Bloody Valentine would say some pretty creepy stuff, but that was kind of like veiled in the music. Whereas we kind of like put it out there in the front, more like a metal band would really.
Well, cool. All right. So I don't know if you can see, but we got a green screen and we got your show flyer for tonight.
Yeah.
So we're reminding everyone again, tonight in Dallas at Three Links
Yes.
is an evening of shoegaze with Bloody Knives and Jaguar and others, right? Tonight. So that's at Three Links on Elm Street, Deep Ellum, Dallas, Texas. So anyone watching us now, we're live, guys. We're live. So we want to tell them, head out to Deep Ellum tonight.
Yes.
And here's some.
Come to Three Links.
Come to Three Links.
Hear us play our new record. It'll be fun. We'll get drunk.
I was listening on Bandcamp, and I did hear the drum and bass, you know, and I think you're a fit for our show because of the horror you mentioned.
Yeah, totally.
That's us, man. It's Corpsepaint Show. We're about metal. We're about alternative. We're about, you know, underground music, and we're about what you guys do, and that is something unique and different. So.
Yeah, I love this hat.
Oh, you can grab it.
Oh, can I? Yeah, I was hoping I could grab
give
this.
that one to Jack right there.
Oh yeah, here, Jack. That's you.
Yeah, I've been eyeballing
the duct tape, baby. Yeah. I kind of like this creepy child here.
Kind of liking this one
Jake,
myself. So we'll.
Yeah, there we go.
The silent dead eyes. Love this. yeah. It's kind of like the vampires from 30 Days of Night. Was that the name of that movie? Where? Yeah. Those vampires are pretty cool.
All right, so
Actually,
Preston,
yeah.
you're on guitar.
Yeah, I play bass. He plays guitar.
Okay, all right, cool. And so, yeah, I mean, this is a guitar-heavy night tonight, right?
Oh yeah.
And so our ears are gonna be bleeding tomorrow. We hope.
Yeah, it did different things from different bands. The Rose Garden Funeral Party, this is their album release, I think, tonight. They have kind of like a birthday party-ish meets like PJ Harvey kind of aesthetic going on with like some like 80s goth tinges to it, sort of. It's a cool band. Jaguars from Germany. They're probably the most shoegaze-ish band on the bill. But their new record really isn't so much like that. But I'm sure they'll be playing stuff from both the records. Corrupting Sea is kind of a noise, like a creepy noise act. I guess creepy is not it has this like disquieting, like kind of quiet thing going on, and then there's like, you know, shark kind of noises and stuff. But they're opening it up, and then Sub-Sahara is they're kind of like I don't know, like if like Nick Cave like discovered synths or something like that. Like, so yeah, it'll be a good show. It'll be.
There's a touch of dark wave witch house. It sounds like See, that's excellent. That's just so awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of the whole witch house. Well, yeah, it was witch house first, and now I feel like darkwave kind of adopted like that aesthetic, and you see a lot of bands like that, like Tearful Moon. They're kind of and they're definitely in the darkwave group. We're gonna tour with them, next month. But yeah, like that heavy synth, like Descendants of Skinny Puppy to me.
Yeah.
Like Skinny Puppy has like spawned all these amazing bands. Like Hyde's a really awesome band from Chicago. They just put out a record. Boy Harsher is another really good band of that kind of like heavy synth, aggressive vocal kind of setup. I like those bands. A lot of those are starting to kind of like come about in the scene.
I agree, man. I think intelligent metalheads need to really dive in, man, to some witch house, some dark wave, and occult, and what you guys do.
Yeah. I mean, we listen to metal. Like, I mean, I was a huge I still am a big Iron Maiden fan. Like, Steve Harris is one of my biggest bass influences, and like Slayer, Sepultura. I played in a metal band here a long time ago called Dismal Past. We played at like the Harder Beat Music Fest at Dimebag Darrell's Club. Like way back in the day, and they bust the fans to the show. So the band was in Pleasant Grove, and all the fans would come to the house to watch the band practice. And so when they did the like Harder Beat showcase, they rented a bus, and so all these people from the neighborhood were like partying on the way to the show. So awesome.
Very fun.
Yeah.
You've played Three Links before?
No, I'm not.
Okay, you're gonna love Deep Ellum, of course, and you know this is our alternative to South by Southwest. We're glad you're here.
Yeah, it's a good one, and Dallas is great anyway. I mean, we grew up here and we spent plenty of time in Deep Ellum in the past, and it's always fun to.
There you go.
Yeah, it's always fun to come back and play. It's like it still feels like home.
All right. Are there sometimes you play one song and then you start the next one and you look out the audience and they're like, this song sounds totally different than the previous one. And maybe you've got some looks that are like,
Sometimes I think sometimes we get they'll hesitate to clap like they liked it, but they don't know what they just heard, kind of, and they're like, oh, and then by maybe the third or fourth song, they're like, okay, all right, I'm getting it now. But I don't know, we have a hard time getting on certain bills, so sometimes the bands that played before us will sound just different from us a little bit, which are still good, but maybe the fans or the people that are out watching are just expecting something different, and it kind of hits them weird, and they're like, okay, all right, I'm getting into it. So sometimes it takes a little bit to get into it, and then sometimes they get it right off the bat.
And I keep hearing good things about Rose Garden Funeral Party.
Yeah.
Are they a Dallas band?
Yes,
okay.
They are.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, I like seeing the Dallas scene kind of like coming back, because I feel like it dropped off right before we left, like the early 2000s. I mean, everything was bad then, though. That was like the new metal era, and there's like some cool stuff, but it was like as soon as Ministry was gone, music was kind of rough for a minute, and Deep Ellum kind of took a dive. Deep Ellum was so awesome back in the day, like in the 80s and 90s.
It's back.
It totally is.
It is back.
Yeah.
Well, there's
a lot better. There's a lot better bands out right now than were maybe early 2000s.
And just for the record, there's more restaurants, there's more bars, there's more variety, there's more art, there's more tattoos, and there's more graffiti.
Yeah.
So
all the graffiti and street art's always been great in Dallas. All the visual art's been really good.
All right. So Jack, all right, man. So you're blasting away at these guitars, man. I mean, how many do you use in a set?
I mean, I have like one main guitar, and then I have like a backup. And then on this record, I got to use my baritone guitar finally on this record. So there's a couple songs where
What is this record? I'm sorry, I don't know
this
the
new
title.
record. White. I always want to say white
White Black Moon.
White Light Black Moon.
It's not White Light White Heat. We're not the Velvet Underground.
Not Lou Reed.
I'm sorry.
Shocked.
Yeah,
the mouth moves.
But used to, I would break my stuff on stage all the time. Like I used to break strings and stuff all the time live, and I think I've broken smashed 2 guitars while playing with them. I think.
Wait a second. So at the end of the night, you smash them?
No. I used to be, when I first joined the band, I used to mess. My guitars would get messed up all the time, because I'd throw them or I think I've mellowed out a little bit, but I still jump around a lot.
All right, that's all right. A little bit of mellowed out is okay, but yeah,
a little bit. It got expensive replacing guitars.
Understood. So I don't know. We were at Fun a few years ago and saw Ride.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sorry to throw in these cliche names, man.
No, those bands are great.
Yeah.
And My Bloody Valentine you mentioned, and of course that tour, and they handed out the earplugs, because of the white noise, but that is still just such a memory, man, of seeing them.
It's My Bloody Valentine is just so intense. I think that's the thing that gets overlooked, especially by a lot of these newer wave shoegaze bands, is how out of place and they were at their time, and just how intense and heavy the music is. But when you see them live and it's so loud, and all the weird frequency stuff that Kevin Shields is into starts to really materialize, and it's just too much. Especially that ending, and that whole aircraft carrier blowing up thing going on at the end, and and people started wandering around the place and covering their ears and just get me out of here. It was so good.
People are disoriented.
Yes.
That's what we want tonight.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Dude, some guy in Portland did that to us. We played a show, the last show we played in Portland, not very many people there, but a lot of enthusiasts. There's probably 10 people that were totally into it. The sound guy knew about us before, and so he was like, I'm gonna do the My Bloody Valentine thing with you. And he did the volume just outrageously high, and awesome. I couldn't walk after. It was awesome. I couldn't walk right, and I was it really does physically affect you when it gets that massive.
So when you have a big gig, you put the speakers right on the ground, and you feel them, every note, right?
The big gigs are quiet.
Oh,
Yeah.
Every big show we've ever, well, no, except for like Cold Wave was awesome, but I mean that's the Metro sound system. But pretty much every other time you're on like some big stage, the sound sucks. It's just like super weak and really quiet and not so much fun. I really prefer playing like dive bars, like or a small-ish club to any other place really, because it's always so loud. Everybody's right here, not like over there.
And what about outdoors? Is that a little better?
I don't know if we've played a lot of outdoor places recently, maybe because we're not an outdoorsy band, but like I know seeing shows outdoors, if you're kind of right there in the middle, it sounds good, but if you're out a little ways, the sound just doesn't really travel as well. I'd rather have the show indoors. It seems like the sound travels a lot better. You can kind of hear everything.
Is there a song or two you're most proud of on White Light, White Heat? That one.
White Light,
Thanks a lot, Jack.
Yeah, trash.
New Machines is my favorite. The first one that we put out, just because we were able to kind of integrate a lot of that like Moving Shadows era '90s drum and bass that was kind of pushing that into the whole mix of the record, and that particular song kind of merged like what we were doing with that kind of aesthetic the best.
Cool.
Because it's hard it's hard to integrate that without it sounding corny. I remember a lot of bands back in the day that would like when electronic music and rock music were like these two separate things, and so it's not like that anymore at all. But I remember back in the day there was this huge clash there, and like Curve did it, but there really weren't many other. And Ministry did it, but there really weren't any other bands that could combine like the samples and the music, because it always like clashed so awkwardly. So it's always made like integrating those elements in difficult, but I thought we finally cracked that puzzle, and that was cool.
Yeah. Can I ask about South by Southwest?
Yeah, totally. Sure.
I mean, it doesn't seem to me like there's any metal in this festival anymore.
No.
What?
There's not a lot of metal in Austin. There are some good bands, but it's just kind of a lot of
Blood
them play.
Royale.
Yeah, Blood Royale. Been into one Easy Prey lately. They practice in the practice room next door to me. Been listening to them, and they have a new album out on
Such
Spotify.
an Austin thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean they're good. It's like a much heavier helmet, but they're good. There's a band called they just like pop up and play every now and then, but they're great. Crossbuilder. They're really good, but there's yeah. But Dallas has always kind of
Dallas had
been much
way
more
better
of a metal
metal
town.
bands.
Yeah, it's not an angry enough
right.
city for metal bands. Austin, it's more laid back, so you get a lot of party bands, which are really good. But you get a lot more like party bands and stuff like that, and more lighter bands. There's not as many dark bands there, I guess.
Are you playing in Austin tomorrow night?
Yes.
So you zigzag up, drive up, go back down.
Yeah. I mean, Jack lives here, but he lived in Austin for a while.
Oh, you did mention that. Okay.
Yeah. So it's just we had to drive here to rehearse this morning. We had to at least like go through the songs once before we play.
Okay.
And then we've got the 2 gigs this week, and then we're playing a DKFM fest in Austin. But I don't like playing in Austin, so we don't do it much. Anyway, we played so many shows
That's
there.
so funny to hear.
I know it's supposed to be like Austin's music hub and all this stuff, and I just hate playing Austin. Like I'd rather pretty much play anywhere else.
They just don't get it. They just don't get it down there. It's
well,
really
they
weird.
do now, but like the bitterness isn't gone. Like I can't let it go. There's just so many years of playing so many bad gigs, and now they're here, and it's like, well, thanks. I mean, like it's not like I don't appreciate it by any means, but it's just like, come on, man. Like, it was so. Anyway, I should get over it.
No, it's all right. Now we appreciate you being honest. We are live, and you can say anything here, and we're not gonna.
It'll be preserved forever in the digital realm.
We're not gonna filter anything, man. Good. That's good to hear that you like Dallas and Deep Ellum, and appreciate its rebirth, which has happened the last few years. So.
Yeah, I think when we left, it was still like Hellified Funk Crew. Remember them at all?
Yeah.
Which I went to a couple of their shows, and that was fun. But it's definitely a band for the times.
Can he funk out on the bass?
Yeah, I can.
Ever play some slap? You can, get that thumb going.
Is that thumb or is that like?
It's both.
Both,
You slap with the thumb and then you like pluck with like the other fingers. I was like, I learned how to play the instrument like back in the day, and now it's just like this is the dumbest thing ever. Like, I mean, only like Flea and Bootsy Collins like sound awesome doing that, and like I guess what Stu Ham or whatever he does all that.
Don't forget about Les
I'm not
Claypool,
a
dude.
fan.
I love
Les Claypool.
Yeah. They used to play this band I was in used to play Puppies to make me angry when we were tuning beforehand. They'd like dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. They'd all like look at each other like "Hurr," and they'd start playing it. Yeah, but he's a pretty awesome bass player. I gotta give guy credit. Like I'm just not into it.
How do you know when a sound guy gets you?
Oh, it's the crowd.
All right,
is
Jack,
better.
just move forward.
When he doesn't turn the guitar all the way up.
Or at least if the samples are up at a legitimate volume instead of just all the way down and they can't even hear it. Like we played a show one time with that. I think their last show that we just played without Jack is a 2-piece with the samples. Somebody came up and was asking us about our band. Like, you guys sound like Local H. I was like, okay. I said something about the samples. He goes, you guys had samples? I was like, the guy just refused to play them. Like he just didn't.
What?
Some sound guys would do that, but most of them have been pretty good. But yeah, for some sound guys, they see us with the samples and stuff like that, and not playing just straight up guitar, bass, drums, vocals, rock. Straight up rock. They get confused and just don't want to mess with it.
Yeah, or like they don't need that stuff, and then they just like turn it all down. It's like, oh man, this is. We used to like really have to fight about that a lot with people. In Europe, we got to tour the UK last year, and we never had the problem. Like all the sound guys got it. I didn't have to explain anything.
What?
Yes, they all nailed it. And I was because I'd always thought it's my fault. Like there's really something that I've done wrong. This is why they don't get it.
Tell me about this UK tour.
Oh yeah, we there's a Bud Heron Productions over there. He sets up shows and stuff, and he invited us to go play in the UK, and so we played for we did like a 2-week tour. Got to kind of like go to all the areas of the country, and it was awesome. It was really great.
I'm sorry, with who?
Just on our own.
Yeah.
We
awesome.
Yeah.
We saw the Jesus and Mary chain in Leeds.
Whoa!
Yeah.
In a church. It's
so
awesome.
good. So good.
They still use some of these old chapels for gigs once in a while, right?
Oh yeah. And they're amazing.
Yeah, they sound
that's probably the coolest venue we've ever been to.
Because of the sound?
Yes. Well, the aesthetic is awesome too.
Yeah. The aesthetic, sound, everything about it.
It's like you're reliving like some medieval thing, like
yes.
it's thousands of years old.
Yes.
Yeah. To them, it's like a dumpy building.
Right.
But to us, it's like,
it's a 1,000-year-old building.
Yes.
Yes. So you went all around England.
Mm-hmm.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
So what do? You go over there and you rent a van once you get there?
That is what we did this time.
Yeah.
We're going, or the last time. When we go back, we're going to be taking the train and just like walking and Ubering or whatever they have there. Yeah.
It's tough to drive in England.
Yes.
It is. It's tough to drive.
It was not fun, man.
The lanes are this narrow. And,
it's not made for cars. Like it's that town. I mean, London. We spent a lot of time in London at the very beginning of the tour and a little at the end. And it's an amazing city. But yeah, it's not made for any of this. Right. I mean, that's like a horse and buggy town.
Yeah, it's like a 3,000-year-old city.
Yes. Yeah. Do you remember the clubs you played in London?
That gig wasn't very good.
Oh.
I can't remember the name of it.
I'm trying to remember the names. That was the one in Leeds was the church.
The church, the Adelphi Hall.
Yeah,
that was a pretty. That's like where pretty much every band that's been really big in that scene has played the Adelphi.
All right,
like My Bloody Valentine played there, and they had a whole list of all the bands. It's just like a who's who of music.
Van Zandt played there.
Woo! Really?
Yeah, man. His name was on that board. It was awesome.
No way.
And can't you sometimes rent out these chapels to record in as well?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. A lot of people have done that. People even do that with churches around here also.
Okay.
But I mean,
you notice we have a little chapel attached out this building.
Oh, right.
Oh, I think it's
yeah. I did see that. Yeah.
So it's unloused. We need to just, I don't know.
Yeah,
see
set
if
up
we
and
can
do some
for recording or something. Yeah.
The reverbs are
and I want to
amazing.
hear the guitar loud.
Yeah. But
loud.
not too loud.
Why are you saying that? Okay. Well, is it? Do they think you want it way up here?
Well, yeah. So the biggest problem is that so like, cause like the samples need to be loud, like it's like synth and stuff, and it's like, you know, a part of the band. It's like I joke about it being like, you know, the fourth member of the band, because it's like, you know, a big part. And what they'll do is they'll turn the guitar like all the way up, and it's like I love loud shows and loud guitars and all that. Obviously, I'm a guitar player, but you know, like I need to hear, you know, the beeps and the boops. I can't like, you know, like I can't, yeah. And like the people need to hear it because it's like a part of the music.
Yeah.
And yeah. So it's just like it's a really big pet peeve of mine, because it happened all the time. It's not that way. It's so much anymore.
And so, do you want the people dancing, or do you want them moshing, or do you want them headbanging, or do you want them staring at their shoes?
As long as they're moving, like that's good. It's nice to see dancing. I don't want to get in any mosh pits anymore, but I personally love seeing them.
Yeah.
Which in Chicago we kind of had a little mini one at the last, you know, at the at like kind of a you know, more shoegazy show or whatever. There was like Jack kind of went out in the crowd and started a little mini mosh pit, so that was pretty cool. So
with the guitar on.
Well, my guitar, I don't know what happened, but like the signal stopped.
Okay.
So
you just had to.
Well, it's like one of those things where it's like, well, I didn't want to just be like, my guitar, you know, stop playing. Can't figure it out. And instead of freaking out about it, I just like jumped in the crowd.
Well, so they got the beat going, and
it was like right at the end of the song.
Okay.
It was like right at the end of the set. It wasn't like, you know, right in the middle of the song.
If your guitar goes out middle of a song, can these guys just keep it going forever if you want to go out and dance and run around and go order a beer or whatever?
No. Well, because we have like the backing tracks, so like, and they're,
okay,
you know,
they're tight.
Yeah, they're super tight. So this is like distracting. I'm like looking at my face. I'm like,
did we spell your name right, Jack? Did we?
Is there an apostrophe between the O and the H there?
No.
Yeah, you spelled it right.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we have been able to improv in the past before.
Yeah,
like if somebody's like, sometimes Preston's bass will mess up,
There's
or
always
like,
a
electrical problem. So
yeah,
we'll just kind of, the rest of us will just kind of keep playing and get something going until.
I want you to pick up that skull down there, Jack, and just show us that, because we're a visual show.
Yeah.
And we want, this is bloody knives.
Yeah.
Now shake it a little bit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, dude. It's like you're a giant skull demon. Just put it up in your head.
Put it on, maybe hollow it out so we can wear it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's much better.
Look, you can wear that tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I you know, I wish I could, but I headbang so much. I feel like I would hurt somebody. Like I'd probably hit Preston with this and then break it.
But will you give him that mask right there?
Yeah, you can.
Jake.
Oh,
there you go,
that's
man.
what I'm talking about.
There you go.
There we go. Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Yes.
There we go. That's bloody knives right there.
Yes.
Look.
Yeah.
Look, Jake, what do you think? I smell album cover material.
I think so. Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Or at least the inside liner notes.
Yeah,
or
so
something.
this doll can be in place of me right here.
Oh, there we go. Now I'm paying attention. Oh, hold on. Jake's over there. There we go.
I can see that.
I'm looking at you judgmentally. Here we go. Pulling back to the front, the scale tour thing going on.
I bet you get a freaking diverse crowd. You know, people who want drum and bass. You got people who are ready to dance and they're wearing their tennis shoes, and then you get metalheads, and and
yeah.
I love that. I love that.
We've played like every kind of bill that you could possibly play. We would take, especially early on, just because now like there's more bands that are more similar to like what we're doing. But when we started, there was like nobody that was really too terribly close. So we'd get thrown a lot of different kind of bills. With like a lot of like noise acts and like some hip hop bands, and then just
a lot of punk bands.
That's
a
cool.
lot of punk bills and like.
Is it better to play earlier in the evening or later?
Just depends on, I guess,
on the night of the
on the weekend or something.
Yeah.
It's better to play a little bit later. When we were in the UK, all the shows were earlier. I kind of liked that idea because you can get everything done by 11 o'clock midnight or whatever. And if you
they got to catch the trains back home.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So you got to end early.
Yeah.
I think people would go to more shows if they did end a little earlier. Maybe with work and everything. Like it's just hard to like stay somewhere till 2-3 in the morning. Like,
it is. It is on a work night.
And then there's bars that are still open till 2. So if you want to hang out, and then it kind of gives you time to hang out afterwards too. Because sometimes when you play when you play late, you get done playing and then the club's closing in like 10 minutes. So you have to rush. So you don't have time to like sit back, have a drink or something, and hang out for a little while. Because that's always nice to do. But sometimes playing late, super late's a lot of fun too. So
I don't know. I guess it depends. You're right.
Just depends on the night. If you're playing a really good bill and all the bands are great and everybody's like having a good time, then and nobody's like too much better than you, so you don't look bad. It's probably good to play last.
Gotcha. Yeah.
No, I mean, it's not like that at all with anybody we know. But it's not the '80s anymore. It's not like Guns N' Roses and Motley Crue like staring each other down across the room or whatever.
Coming for you, deadly fat guy.
Yeah. LG, you just watch. I mean, a lot of times we actually like change up the set times. Because the middle of the set is really the best time to play because that's when the most people are there. If you're going to be all like calculated about it, like most people try for like the third slot, the coveted third slot.
Oh,
but sometimes it's fun to open and just be done with it. Like play the set and like have a good time and then just chill and like enjoy the rest of the bands. Like if we play last, I gotta like watch how much I drank.
You're right.
And, like pay attention to stuff. Like that's a lot of work.
So you finish early, you can scoop up the girls, you can drink more, you can go eat whatever. Yeah.
Just go chill, like go get some pizza, come back, watch the next band. Everything's done. But you get to set up and just kind of like relax. But in the middle, you have to like rush on, rush off.
We have some good pizza in Deep Ellum. So.
Oh, where?
Well, let's see.
There's that place that's been there forever by trees. It's like pretty good.
Well,
I wanted to go to Serious Pizza.
Serious Pizza. Yeah. Serious. They have the big one. That one next to trees closed down.
Oh.
So you got to go just a few steps further. Go to Serious Pizza. It's real close.
Okay. Yeah. Is as good as that one?
Yes.
Was?
It
was really good. Did it get bad or did it just leave? Or?
Long story with the owner. He got into some other ventures and really wanted to put his effort there and kind of neglected the store. So.
Yeah.
But there's always new things moving in, great restaurants. The band is Bloody Knives, and if you love any kind of metal, if you consider yourself a respected musicaholic, you need to check them out tonight, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Right?
Yep, dude.
Yeah,
At
absolutely.
3 Links in the heart of Deep Ellum. And you know what? You're on Elm Street. This is the street Kennedy was assassinated on. Did you know that?
No, I didn't actually.
It is the actual street.
Huh. No way.
He was killed 1.5 miles to the west of where you're playing. Very close, but it's on the same street.
Yeah, I've been to the book depository building. I keep wanting to say suppository.
Yeah.
It's not right. Book depository building. Like we went on a field trip one time in elementary school or whatever.
Cool.
And they don't get to let you go into the window where Lee Harvey Oswald was, but you go into it next to it, and you look out and you're like, "There's probably no way he did that." But
don't they have an X on the road?
Yes, two. There's two.
Yeah, right.
For the two shots.
Right. Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I don't know why we call it this depository. It's a storage building.
Right.
Yeah.
For tech, not just Dallas, but Texas school books. It's just a storage building.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't know why the fancy name, but the X's are there. If you've got time, there you go. But
I've been there before too. It's weird.
We call ourselves the Assassination City.
Yeah.
Has anyone else been
Texas
assassinated
is the
here?
reason.
Oh no, not that I know. Wait,
I mean,
Bonnie.
that's a pretty big one.
Bonnie and Clyde. Did they get shot in there in downtown Dallas? Or no, maybe it was just outside.
Well, I guess Lee Harvey Oswald was assassinated shortly after.
Yeah.
He was never taken to jail. He was assassinated, in the police headquarters on his way to jail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know. We still call that the world's biggest unsolved murder mystery.
Oh yeah.
Didn't they supposedly like publish all those files or something? I know they have these like little things. Like, oh, those files are out.
But a whole bunch of new materials were released a few months back.
Okay.
By President Trump.
Was any of it interesting?
Yes.
Trump.
Yes.
Oh,
What it revealed is that the Secret Service, the FBI, the CIA were watching Oswald. They were tracking him. And many people thought that it was because he was a paid informant of the government to find out what's going on in Cuba and in Russia. And so, I don't know. It is a mystery.
Yeah, I mean, all the conspiracy theories make sense because no matter what scandalous thing they say, it's possible. You know, like they're just always doing such. When you find out about the stuff that we do, our government does in other countries,
that's right.
Just like,
It's
or
horrible.
even in our own, like the move bombing, or like it's just like, oh yeah, we bombed our own civilians like in the 70s. Like this is nothing.
I know.
You
Philadelphia, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, took out a whole city block.
Yep.
Yeah, so this
firebombed it.
Yeah.
This is shoegaze material right here, guys.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just thinking here. We could write a song right now. Do you
But-
have your guitar with you?
In my van.
No, you got to stay here.
Yeah. You got to
All
play the wolf.
Can we just pretend?
Yeah.
Yeah, keep the beat going, but I want to hear a lot of aggressive guitar in this song. Real, yeah. You don't ever get called Doom, do you? Or
We have gotten that before. Someone said we sounded like Sleep.
Doom
and I was
gaze.
like, oh yeah.
Doom gaze.
Remember that?
Yeah.
But were you kind of offended by that, or
No. I'll take any. I mean, well, not anything. Like someone's like, "You guys sound like Creed." I'd be like, "Dude, that is not cool."
Yeah.
But
You only
like,
heard 2 bands in your entire life.
yeah, like, dude, I need to show you some bands that aren't awful. Like this is bad. But no, I mean, I appreciate wherever they're coming from. Like, because I like all kinds of music, you know. So it's cool if that's what they're hearing from it, you know.
And if they're giving a description, that means they're into it.
All right. Okay. Yeah. I guess you're right. And you know, I've thrown out a lot of words here. I'm glad you're not offended by, you know, you called this, you called that. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's great metal. It's great music. It's great drum and bass. Just jumble all that together and enjoy it and let your mind go. You know, and just let your body feel it.
Yeah, I wish I could like recreate like Hellraiser 2 and 3 musically, like you know what I'm saying, like the vibe of that. Just if we could like meet that point, maybe that's like the next goal. First it was like the drum and bass thing, and now maybe it's like recreating the surreal elements of Hellraiser 3 though, where it's like that was what was so cool about. I mean, the first film is its own thing, but the second and third one, there was kind of this you're in reality, and then you take this very common like trip, and then all of a sudden you're in like, you know, creepy Cenobite land. Yeah. And just the surreal nature of those films is like so cool to me.
Just do it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well,
do
you
it.
know, it's a
maybe you're feeling
complicated puzzle.
inspired right now. I mean, you know, so I'm just thinking here.
Here comes Pinhead.
Yeah.
Every Cenobite gets a song.
Yes. The big guy and although.
Yeah. The one with like the really rounded head that was like. They're also creepy.
Ziggy
looking.
might know some of the names.
I don't know the Cenobite names.
The big pumpkin head dude or whatever.
Yeah, there was 4 of them if I remember correctly that were. The last one that I really liked was like Hellraiser in space. I thought that one was pretty cool. There's plenty of people who disagree with me, but I'll take it. You know, like they if they made the in space thing work, that's a high mark to hit.
There you go.
Yeah, that's an easy point of failure trying to go to space.
And we thank you guys so much. It's Bloody
you.
Knives, and all 3 of the guys are here. All of them. These guys make a wall of sound, and they want to knock you over with it. Am I right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
I think that's the intention.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I love that. Make me feel it in here, and also, you know, realign my spine. That bass, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Whenever we started the band, it was because we just like had so much of a failure, I guess, with our other bands. But when we started, it was just like to run people out of the room, like legitimately, that was the goal. And we did the first show. We like there were a bunch of people tripping mushrooms, and it was not compatible with them. And they ran out, and there was like 2 people there. But then then after the show, that was like when people ended up staying, and it was just really weird. Like when you take that like stance in the beginning of it, and then it ends up creating the opposite effect. It was a strange like beginning for the band. But
The opposite effect meaning they stayed.
Yeah,
Is that what you mean?
yeah. It's like we're gonna punish them, and then they're like, "This is cool," and I'm like, "Okay, whatever." Like, I'm glad we've come to a consensus where we can
good.
entertain you.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great note to end this on, man. I wish you the best tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
3
Thanks for having
links.
us.
Yes, 3 links in the heart of Deep Ellum, in the heart of Dallas, which is Deep Ellum. A night of shoegaze. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank
You're
you.
very welcome.
Very
back.
much.
Let's stay friends, and you live here in Dallas, but you know, I mean, let's stay friends. And anytime you got something new, exciting, anything like that, let's talk again, please.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You know how to get to the bunker studio now.
Yes, we do. We do.
And I'll probably won't get that many chances to say something like this, but thank you for having us, Satan.
Welcome.
Thank you, Satan.
Yeah, hail
Best of luck
Satan.
tonight.
Hail
I'm going to
Satan.
ask our engineer if he is going to rotate something in. So
Yeah.
okay, cool. So we'll just have a couple of minutes to say adios to you guys. So thank you again to Bloody Knives. Yeah, so we quickly cut to that trailer for Flowers. And so the sequel is being made, and we'll have to ask Janie Slash a little more about that. She's going to come back in a second and talk to us about the fundraiser they're doing. But just a quick moment to say thanks to Bloody Knives from Austin. Or actually, I guess one of the guys is local here in Dallas. And they're playing tonight at Three Links, a night of shoegaze. This is a great metal band.
Yeah, it was a great interview.
Yeah, that throws a lot of, surprises in their songs. I like that a lot. Woo. All right. So
we have a couple more photos if you want to go through some of those.
Absolutely, I do. And this might be concert footage, or it might be.
This is. We still have some images from Deep Ellum Metal Fest.
Love it. This is another picture of crop dust on the rooftop of Wits End for Deep Ellum Metal Fest, and there's another shot right there too of just kind of the crowd gathered between bands. I love the rooftop view. Just backwards for a second, yeah, and that's downtown Dallas. So if you're on the rooftop of Wits End, this is the great, sexy view you get of downtown from the rooftop. Pretty cool, huh, Ziggy?
Yeah, I mean, that's a really nice, I didn't even know that place existed.
Yeah, so they got the rooftop, and then this is downstairs at the same club. And, of course, that's Hood Rat on stage, killing it. Silver Tongue Devil. This is our band. You can see their logo. There's Alex and Craig and John and Logan. And they were killing it last night, too, at Reno. So what a great set they played. The whole festival is powerful. And this is Rabid Flesh Eaters. They were on stage at Reno's as well for Deep Ellum Metal Fest. Okay, so we said hi to our friend from Electric Vengeance. And that's, there's our picture, Janie Slash. Yeah, Janie Slash is back. Thanks for helping out.
Anytime.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, and so, we had some fun with our guys from Electric Vengeance, and we have some concert footage to show you too, and we got to talk about that fundraiser.
I feel like once again this was something that was taken without my permission.
Which one?
The footage. Am I involved in this footage?
Oh yeah, you gave permission.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, you did.
My feet did not consent to your footage.
So we on our show have concert footage, and that means our foot fetish. And this is
None of those are me.
I know it's Elva Licio on the right. There's me, and I think that's Alex or Craig. Yeah, Craig from Silver Tongue Devil.
I can't believe you get people to do this. That's me.
Yeah.
God fucking damn it. I asked you not to take photos of my feet. I'm wearing the same shoes.
That is a cool tattoo you have, and the pentagram shoes. Oh, let me see. I'm sorry.
No, you don't need to see me. Look at the screen.
Okay.
Yes, I'm wearing the same shoes.
Woo!
I'm wearing capris. It's above 60, guys. I can wear.
Yeah, that's right.
I can show some skin again.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, we should throw out that not only are you doing burlesque this weekend, but of course, every Tuesday.
Burlesque Bingo at Duke's Ice House in Addison. Yes, always free to play. 5 rounds, 5 fabulous prizes, and 5 articles of clothing removed.
Removed?
People ask me how many I wear. I wear 6 and a pair of pasties.
Well done.
Legal. Got to be legal. Sorry.
Now, was that all the pictures,
suck.
Ziggy? Oh, we got more. Let's do it.
Oh, let's do it. I'm scared. I never know what these photos are.
These are the bad manners photos.
Oh, these are blurry pictures of bad manners. Now,
we weren't actually, we were at the show, but we weren't at the show.
we're kind of way in the back.
Kind of way in the back.
Outside the club.
Outside the club.
Sneaking a picture.
Behind the smoker, sneaking a picture. We watched like half the
Look,
set.
I'm kind of broke at the moment. I couldn't pay to go in, and but
Hey, they opened those doors.
They opened the big
we
doors, so-
were a part of a crowd.
we stood on the sidewalk and were able to.
We
experience
support
it.
music.
All right, so look, just hold it right there, Ziggy, for a moment. Now, this is a bad, blurry picture of Bad Manners taken by me. You're welcome. And Buster Bloodvessel is the guy in the flowery shirt. This is his ska band, and for anyone who is into ska, they know Bad Manners. This was a great show, and people were so into it.
Yes, they were great. I was only
They were
teasing about the part. We were just far in the back.
so into it. Very cool.
We came late.
So we've done concert footage, we've done Bad Manners, and we've done Deep Ellum Metal Fest.
Yes.
We need to talk about your fundraiser.
We need to talk about, it's not my fundraiser, but there's a movie being made called Flowers 2. They just started the crowdfunder this weekend. And if you can contribute any money, we would be greatly appreciative. It's a movie that I'm actually going to be a part of. We'll start filming in June. But yeah, we're doing the crowdfunder for the next 2 months. So if you have anything you contribute, there's some awesome perks. Phil Stevens has directed at least 2 other movies. They're both, you can get them both from Unearthed Films, Lung and Flowers. We showed the preview for Flowers earlier, so this is going to be the sequel to Flowers. So yeah, you can find all your information there at the crowdfunder.
How bloody is this movie going to be?
Very bloody.
Oh my gosh.
Very gory. They've got some great special effects artists. Ooh. His other movies are great. None of them have dialogue. They're very interesting. They're very artistic. They're very gruesome.
Yes,
They're great.
They're gruesome and bloody.
I love them.
This is the kind of movie Dana DeLorenzo would love, it seems to me.
Yeah.
All right. So if you scroll back up, where do you go to? Indiegogo, and then you type in Flowers, or?
Oh, you can find it on the Flowers page. Also, Phil Stevens has it up, but we'll post it on the Corpsepaint Facebook page, so you can go contribute.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, good. I don't know if I sent a link to our Facebook page to Ziggy, but if not, it's fine. It's corpsepaint.net. And
that's not your Facebook page. That's your website.
I'm sorry. Website. Okay.
But yeah, contribute, support independent cinema. If you have anything, or at least go and share it. We'll post it on our page. If you can share it from our page, we'd appreciate it.
Now, see,
that you hear
is the new Corpsepaint radio station on corpsepaint.net. On corpsepaint.net, our cool website. So we now have a radio channel.
Mm-hmm.
We have a blog.
Yes.
And we have a lot of cool pictures. We have Instagram link. So you'll be able to keep up to date on what's coming up on the show and what Janie Slash is doing and where she's taking off her clothes and things like that.
You make it sound like that's all I do. I do so much more than that.
Of course you do.
I do a little teasing before it comes on.
You bet. So corpsepaint.net, please check out things there. And from that website, you can always link to past episodes.
Yeah, you can link to past episodes on YouTube. Subscribe to us on YouTube. We have great interviews.
Love it.
Yeah.
Speaking of great interviews, wasn't it fun having Dana tonight?
It was great having Dana.
And there she is right there.
Yeah.
And she gets to have fun with Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's awesome.
Lucy Lawless.
And Lucy Lawless.
Lucy Lawless.
And Hey, and
I read that Lucy Lawless hated the Evil Dead movies when they came out, like in the 80s, and then she ended up marrying the producer of the Evil Dead movies, and now she's in the show.
Yes,
because she did Xena with the producer of Evil Dead produced Xena.
All right, so if Pablo is watching right now, I'm going to reach out to
I
you,
like
man.
that his
Would
name
you
is Pablo.
Would you please just answer my email? We're going to ask you also to join our show. We had Bruce, we had Dana, we got Andy, we got.
Oh my goodness.
We hope
he's
we hope that your week is going very well, and that you've had a chance to love some new horror and some new metal.
I'm in a mood today. I don't know what's going on with me. I had a photo shoot today. I was bouncing on motorcycles this afternoon, so I'm kind of like.
So Janie Slash is a professional model, and so she had a model shoot today on top of a whole bunch of Harleys.
Not Harleys.
All right, so other motorcycles. I wasn't
crotch
there.
rockets.
Yeah.
Other kinds. Okay.
Motorcycles. All kinds of beautiful custom. This is a custom shop.
Did they clean them and shine them really well?
There's some beautiful, beautiful choppers. I was upside down on one at one point. They were like, it's okay, just lay your head here and your feet go up here on the sissy bar and you're gonna cross your legs and you're like, what? Okay. And I'm in a corset, a steel bone corset, like.
That's modeling. That's
I know.
modeling. You got to hang upside down.
It looked sexy. It didn't feel sexy, but I faked it.
You know who I've seen upside down is Dana.
What?
Remember that tree picks her up?
Oh yeah, you're fascinated with that tree.
She's hanging upside down. I don't know, man.
When nature attacks.
She has to refilm her head underwater because she has to blow
blowing
bubbles.
Yes.
See the trivia you learn on our show. That might be on a last fan standing question in the future.
So when he did Last Man Standing, that was one thing he came up to. He was doing association. I say something, and then you're gonna name what Bruce Campbell book, movie, or TV show it is in. And he said Kelly Maxwell, and everybody went silent. And he was like, "That's why we're getting canceled." And then everybody knew it was okay. They just were probably like, "Oh, she's hot," and they probably thought about it for a minute. She's a badass. Like she's really talented. She's amazing. Yeah, and that's probably what happened. That's probably what they were thinking. They were just like in awe of the name that they just couldn't.
Hey Ziggy, so where are you this week?
I am at the Backdoor Comedy Club. Thursdays at 8:30, Saturdays at 8 and 10:15. Come out and see me. If you come on Saturdays, you'll probably see me and Pete playing Dungeons and Dragons. So, yeah.
Who's the dungeon
master?
master?
Come get drunk. Pete.
Oh.
Backdoor Comedy Club.
Come get drunk.
Our own
Just
Ziggy.
play D&D.
Our own Ziggy does stand up.
He's not the dungeon master though.
No, I am not. I am a snake man necromancer, torturer.
Ooh, I like that better.
It sounds like an Ash vs. Evil Dead episode.
It sounds like Army of Darkness.
Okay. Hey, we should say so long and thanks. Hey, did we say thanks to Little Spark Films, who's been doing so much work for us? We appreciate them.
They're going to be working on their fake screening, fake trailer for Texas Frightmare Weekend.
Little Spark Films effing rocks, and we appreciate them so much.
Yes.
If you need photography or videography or anything special in the world of art, there they are right there. Hit them up. Yeah, Little Spark Films, Dallas,
They're
Texas.
wonderful and talented, and they are great.
Yes.
They do great work.
Yes, and they got a great duo. You know, one who's out there filming, the other who's editing, and
she is a
make it work.
badass. He's a badass too, but I'm just in so much like awe of her. Like I want to edit like her. I think it's just great. They're a great team.
So
sorry, I'm gonna quit fangirling and girl crushing over here. I'm like girls.
Ziggy, thank you for everything, man. Thank you to Dana DeLorenzo, and thank you to Bloody Knives, who were here live.
Yes. Watch Ash vs. Evil tonight, and also check out the Mad Ones.
Yes.
Let us know what you think of the episode if you were shocked.
Woo!
We'll let you
Thank
know
you
our
guys.
thoughts.
We'll
Have
see
a
you.
good week.
Have a great, great week.
See you next Sunday.
Yeah, the Corpsepaint Show. Every Sunday we're here live. We're going to give you 90 minutes of live, great, irreverent shit. And also just talk about Satan and talk about movies and talk about metal and talk about Jenny Slash's weekly dose of horror.
Yeah. Texas Frightmare Weekend. I am here with Dee Wallace. Don't stare at my boobs the whole time.
Sure. I do get comments from occasionally religious fanatics.
I've seen people stop and go,
wag their finger at me for being Satan.
The Corpsepaint Show rules!